Hey guys, Tejas here. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I will be doing a full-length tutorial on how you can build a programmatic SEO directory even if you are an absolute beginner, right? So this is going to be a very long video, so bear with me with this video. You will get to learn a lot of things. I have already built a programmatic SEO directory as I am doing this video, and I hope I can share my learnings and my processes when I was building this directory. So just feel free to use this blueprint for building your directory, right? So this, I have made some notes here. So it might happen that I might add a lot more topics in this video. So first we will start with the ideation part, like how you can get some directory niche and the idea for you want to build a directory. So there are many tutorials on how you can build a directory, but they don't talk about the ideation part because you just can't build a random directory anywhere, right? So you need to get some really good ideas on on the directory niche part. Once we are done with the ideation part, we will scrape data. So we will need data, right? So we'll scrape the data from Google Maps, which is going to be a local listing. So in this video we will be just focusing on data where we can get all the information from Google Maps, right? We'll talk about the data scraping part a lot in this video. The data scraping part will be a huge part of this video because data is very important, right? So we'll be talking about data a lot. Then we will talk about a PRD, which is like a product requirements document. This is like an overview of the entire idea that we are building. We will use ChatGPT to prepare a full-length PRD. You will get to know about it as we progress in this video, right? And then finally, we will be building a directory with Cursor. So Cursor is basically an IDE, which is like an AI coding platform. You can think of it like that. And we will be using Cursor to build a directory with AI coding. So it's like an AI coding platform, Cursor. And by the way, I don't know a single line of code. I am a non-technical person, so this video is absolutely like, even if you don't know any single line of code, you can build a directory with Cursor. So I will be sharing a lot of techniques and what I was doing while I was building my directory with Cursor. Then we will be talking, the most important part will be like the programmatic SEO thing, which will be how you can optimize your directory for programmatic SEO. Then whatever data we have, right? So let's suppose we have like around 500 URLs just for this example, right? Or maybe 300 URLs we scrape for this example, right? Where will you store this data? We will store this data into Supabase. So we'll use database as I will be talking about how you can use this database called Supabase. And then finally we will be going live locally, because we will not be buying a domain right now and doing all of that stuff, but we will be getting the project live local in a local environment. I'll be sharing that in detail. And then in the later part of this video, I will be talking about programmatic SEO strategies, monetization framework, and any other stuff that I have missed in the next part of the video. And of course, once we have done with all these parts, the next steps for you would be like purchasing a domain, hosting on Cloudflare pages. I'll talk about Cloudflare and hosting in the later part of this video. And then finally, of course, SEO, connecting to Search Console. So this is what we are going to learn in this video. So make sure you are there with me with the end of this video. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's go with the ideation part now. Now regarding ideation, what we will do is like, first we'll go to ChatGPT, okay? And what I will do is like, I will do a prompt where I will tell ChatGPT what I'm trying to do and produce some niche ideas for me. So I'll just say like, I am going to build a directory. Mostly I'll get data from Google Map listings via scraping or Google Maps API. So I want you to come up with relevant directory niches on this context. Add 9 to 10 niche ideas. Target only US. Let's see. So this is what I will do first. So basically we will be scraping Google Maps, data from the Google Maps. So we will need some directory niches from that perspective only, right? So EV charging stations directory, right? So I think that's an interesting idea. Food trucks, pop-up eateries, public restrooms, clean bathroom finder. That's an interesting one as well. Truck stops, diesel fuel stations, pet-friendly places, local repair shops, auto. So mind you, by the way, this all can be nice directory niches. Bike rental can be a nice thing. Campgrounds and RV parks can be a good kind of directory niche. Wellness retreats, yoga studios. I might go with probably RV parks. So what I will do right now is I'll use so I got some multiple ideas. You can just brainstorm more with ChatGPT. Now what I will do is I will just use RV parks and I'll plug it into DirectoryIdeas.ai. So this is one another tool that I have made for myself, and you can also get a subscription of it. This is currently for a yearly subscription, and you can get a 7-day free trial as well. So what I will do is I will just put RV parks over here and generate some ideas and see what ideas I can get with regards to RV parks and what I can do with this niche, right, with respect to building a directory product. So so this is about RV parks. So what I can build is RV parks locator directory, luxury RV resorts directory, pet friendly RV parks database. That's a nice niche kind of a directory that can be really good. Seasonal RV parks, historical sites near RV parks, eco-friendly RV parks, family-friendly RV parks, then RV parks amenities comparison tool. So actually, what I liked is this one, pet-friendly RV parks directory. What I can do is I can get more insights on this particular idea and see what this directory idea actually can bring value to my people who are searching for this kind of search idea. So what are the pinpoints that I can solve with this idea? Difficulty finding RV parks that allow pets, perfect, limited access to user reviews and all of that. So these are my target audience. Some marketing strategies, of course we'll be using SEO strategies, programmatic SEO strategies. How you can gather data? So we can gather data from all of these points as well, but we can also scrape. Pet friendly RV parks. Now this is an interesting one. Pet friendly RV parks is getting 260 monthly searches. I will do some keyword research with this tool, but this is an interesting one, and I really like that Directory Ideas. I also get some monthly searches as well. So we'll get that, some data points that we need, of course. And let's see if how we can monetize this. So there's an insight called monetization insight. So we will also see how we can monetize this particular directory idea. So advertising from pet related businesses, affiliate marketing, sponsored content, featured listings from this is quite interesting. I think I like this idea. So what I can do is now I will go to this tool called neilpatel.com, and the tool name is Uber Suggest, and I will search for RV parks and use United States as location. So I will get some more, interesting ideas from here, and then we can decide like, okay, if we want to really proceed with this particular idea. RV parks. So I'll just close this tab for now. So I can see that if I want to, like, let's suppose if I want to scrape this data. So RV parks, we have a lot of, states where RV parks is, and RV parks plus state level data that is being searched, right? So RV parks Vegas, RV parks Florida, then RV parks Lake Tahoe, Oregon, and these people are searching on Google, by the way. RV parks in Colorado. I think this is an interesting, and this also makes sense for programmatic SEO approach. Do you understand that? So we will be, of course, scraping this data as per state, but we can also scrape as per city as well, and maybe as per, some important lakeside. So we can scrape like RV parks near some important famous places like Lake Tahoe that we recently, got this from this particular SEO tool. I think this, and it also makes sense for programmatic SEO, right? I think this is really good. And look at the search volume, by the way. SEO difficulty is also not much. Let's see what is the search results. How is the search results here? This is quite interesting, and you can see these are the search results for this particular keyword, RV Parks Durango. And what I really like is that the domain authorities are less, so we have a good chance. So one point to know is that if the domain authority is less, it's really nice to, target that keyword if the domain authority is less in a particular search results. So RV parks. So what we did is like we first went into ChatGPT, we got some ideas, directory niches, then we also validated those ideas with DirectoryIdeas.ai, which is a directory tool, by the way, for getting some directory ideas and also some insights that we got from this particular tool. And I highly recommend you can get the subscription, and it's really useful because you want to validate some ideas with insights, and you will get some really interesting insights from this. Then what we did is like when we used Neil Patel's Uber Suggest tool, which is an SEO tool, and we just put in RV parks, and maybe you can filter it with like pet friendly as well, so you can get some more interesting ideas on this. But obviously you can use RV parks as a main niche, and then you can branch it out for your programmatic SEO directory. So RV parks, we will be using RV parks as our directory, right, for this particular video. And I think that's about it for the ideation part. So now we know that we'll be creating a directory for RV parks in United States, and now we'll be doing the most important part, which is building a directory with cursor. So now comes the important part on data scraping, the niche that we chose, that is the RV parks in United States, right? So we'll start on scraping the data first, and then we will create the directory later on, because of course data is the most important part. So what we will do is we will create a new project on Cursor. So I will open up Cursor now. So this is the Cursor platform, and I will create a new project. I will click on open new project. I will create a new folder called as RV Parks, what I can say is scraped data, and I'll just click on open, right? So this is the new Cursor project that we currently have, right? And this is completely fresh out of the box, so we can do whatever we need to do in order to scrape the data, right? So I will just start with a simple prompt like this is a scraping project. I want to scrape RV parks in US state-wise. Can you prepare me a script for using Google Maps API new so that we can scrape the information on RV parks in US, starting with probably let's start with Nevada as a state, and maybe we can say that limit the results to 100 for now. So this is just for example, and let's see what happens. Yeah, so I have just prompted this thing into cursor and see what it will do for us. So it's creating a requirements currently. So we'll need Google Maps, pandas, request, and Python, right? It created a Google Maps API folder. Now it will create a scraper in Python to get information about RV parks. Yeah. So as you can see, the requirements folder is here. I'll just accept it. By the way, I don't know coding, so mind you, if we get any error, so this is kind of like a wipe coding thing. So if we get any errors, we will solve it right over there. We will ask ChatGPT and we will do all this stuff. So this is RV park scraper that we created with Python. Let me create an enhanced version that can handle multiple states and includes additional features. I don't know what it is doing, but cursor is cursor. So we can ask cursor like what additional features they are adding. But let's see how it goes. So this is currently the first file that it created. It was 263 lines of code. And right now this is creating an enhanced version that can handle multiple states. So whenever we want to add new states, maybe we can just prompt it to cursor. Let's see what happens now. So first file was around 263 lines of code. Let's see how much is this. This is 429 lines. That's crazy. Okay, and it's creating a readme file now with setup instruction and usage examples. Let's see. So this is for us basically on how we can set it up. The second file was pretty big. It was like 429 lines of code. So this file is around 251 lines of code. This is quite interesting. Okay, I'll accept this. This is a test setup. Create a quick start script for easy execution. Like we'll see what happens. Let it complete everything, and then we can like just prompt it out. This 88 lines of code. So here's the project structure is like. So RV Park scraper is the main scraper. This is the enhanced scraper. This is a quick start for quick Nevada scraping, and this is test requirements and config. Now it says that we need to install some requirements, get Google Maps API key, configure, test, and do all sorts of stuff. Now I guess let's start step by step by using requirement. Let's start step by step by installing the requirements file. So I'll just prompt it. So it says that it command not found. So it will just do whatever, it finds. So I'm not doing anything, I'm just accepting everything. But I'm also, of course, reading what's happening. So it's creating a virtual environment. Now it's installing all the stuff that we need, like pandas and all sorts of libraries, pandas request and Python, this stuff. I guess we don't need pandas or anything like that, but it doesn't matter, I guess. So you can see over here, this is what is happening. So it says that requirements has been successfully installed. Let's run the test setup. So it's testing right now. So it says that python.env import is missing, but the import name is this. The test setup failed because the Google Maps API key was not added. So we'll get to that now. So it created a Python environment, it activated the virtual environment, it added all of these things. Now what we have to do is get the Google Maps API key that I will show you right now. And it will create a .env file with your API key. And let's just tell him, let's just tell Toggle Cursor, please create .env file for me, and I will add the API key for Google Maps there. First, create me the folder. So .env file is the environmental file. So it will create the .env folder for me. So as you can see over here, it has created, this folder called as .env. So we need to add our API key in this pink sentence. So I will just show you in a minute how to get the Google Maps API key. It also added some instructions. I guess we are fine with it because we know how it works, but let's see. It was just adding the instructions on how to get the Google Maps API key. So this is good actually, because some of you might not know how to get the Google Maps API key, so it's also creating some instructions for you. But I will show you in this, after we are done with this, I will show you how to get the Google Maps API key as well. So it has created the Google Maps API key, and I'll show you in a minute on how to get the Google Maps API key and place it in the .env file, right? So it has created some instructions for us. Google Cloud Console, create a new project, enable the Places API, get credentials, and replace the value, right? So what we have to do is like, first of all, create a new, Google Cloud, what I can see, an account, so that you can get $300 of free credits, right? So you'll get $300 of free credits, and using that you can scrape with Google Maps API, right? So once you are done, I also have this project instructions on how to create a project, but I'll just show you. So you will be in this particular dashboard once you are done, once you are signed up onto Google Cloud Console. So just type in Google Cloud Console and sign up, and start this free trial. Go to cloud.google.com/free, and you will get free, the free account, which will give you $300 of free credits, right? So that's important because we will be scraping a lot of data, and it will be used, the credits will be used there, right? So I'll just reload this again. So this is the dashboard that we have for Cloud Console. See that we have 25,510 INR credits, which is roughly $300. So what you can do is like, first go to an APIs and services menu. And by the way, I have created a project, but you can just create a project from here itself, and and just start it. Then go to enable APIs and services and write Places API new. That is important. Here you will have an option to enable. I have already enabled, so I will click on manage, but you can enable from here, right? Now what you can do is like, go to keys and credentials, and you can click on this and click on API key, and it will create an API key for you, right? So it's that simple. Sign up on Google Cloud Console, create a project, then go to APIs and services, enable the APIs and services, then click on Google Maps API, then go to keys and credentials and create an API key from here. So I've already created an API key. I will now copy it and paste it inside cursor over here. Right? So I will just tell cursor, I have added my API key. Now what's next? So I'll just ask her, sir, like, what's next? So it will run a test script for you. So it says that I see the issue, the error message indicates that you need to enable the Places instead of legacy Places API. Let me update your script, but first let's make sure. So it's updating the scraper for new API. So the scraper was using the legacy version. So it's now updating to the new version, that is the new API, format that Google has. So let's see. I will just accept this. This is the new scraper. Now I have run it, and it is already scraping the data for us. As you can see, I am already getting the data for RV parks in Nevada. So I hope it is under 100 limit that we had, and I guess this was the scraper, and it has already got the CSV file as well. So it got 34 RV parks in Nevada. So it's just testing what we just scraped. I'll just show you as well. So it got me 34 RV parks in Nevada, CSV, Excel, and JSON files. It got me name, email, website, location. I will show you in a minute. So these are some of the things that we have. Now I will show you the exact results of our scraped data. So this is the CSV file that we got, 34. This is the JSON file. Now this you will get to understand from here. So this is the JSON file. As you can see, it got me name, address, lat long, and all of that stuff, website details, reviews. Oh my god, it got me the reviews as well, I guess. Yeah, it got me like first 3 reviews from here as well. This we have place ID. Place ID is really important because with place ID you can create a Google Maps URL as well. So once you have the Google Maps URL, you can also use that Google Maps URL in your directory. So we have the data with us, right? So we have a JSON file over here. I'm not sure what is this. Yeah, this is an XLS file. You can download it from the folder that we created. Now maybe we will let's scrape one more state. Let's do scrape for maybe California. So it will create a script for California now, and it will get me, the data for California. So for this video, we will just scrape 2 states, that is 34 URLs for the state of Nevada, and whatever, states or the RV parks that we scraped from California, right? So whatever. So we'll just use these 2 states as an example. So you got the idea, right? So you just need to prompt cursor and it will get the data for you using the Google Maps API, the Places API that we have, right? So it created a California scraper, 332 lines of code for us. I just accept it. And let's run this. Let's see how many RV parks can we scrape from California. It's also searching for RV campgrounds. That's cool. By the way, we can also clean up this data. So if you want to clean up campgrounds and RV parks, we can just ask cursor to make a script to even bifurcate that as well. So it can do that for us. So I guess it's scraping a lot in California. It's quite interesting. We also have a count over here. So it's going city by city. So RV parks in San Francisco, San Diego. So we have around how many parks did we get? Let's check. So the scraping has been completed. Checking the data structure for us. So 100 RV parks we scraped for California. That's pretty cool. And it also created a comparison table. 100 for this and about 34, 11 enhanced queries, 4 basic queries. And we also got some populated parks from here. And so it scraped me 2 states. Now what I can do is what I can do here is check CS or the JSON file for California. So this is the JSON file. What I can do is create a Google Maps URL as well in the JSON file. Can you please create a Google Maps URL with the place ID we have in both CSV and JSON, please? I will be using that in my directory website I build later. Is that good? So I'm telling cursor to create a Google Maps URL with the place ID that we have. So it's again creating a script for us to add the Google Maps URL, and it will add the Google Maps URL directly inside the CSV and the JSON file that we used. So we'll get it. So are you getting the complete picture right now? So once we have the CSV file, you can just upload it to your database, right? And here mostly we will be using Supabase as our database. So we'll using this project as a scraper. We'll get the data, we'll get the CSV file and just upload it to Supabase. So let's run this script. Okay, it created probably new files with URLs. Yeah, it created a new file with URLs. So yeah, so Google Maps URL has been successfully added. So maybe you can just check it out if it really added properly or not. So we'll go to California Maps URL JSON file here, and where's the Google Maps URL? Here is the Google Maps URL, and we will follow this link. There we go. So it is in California, and this is an RV resort. There we go. Then let's check another one from probably Nevada. We are looking for Google Maps URL. These are some resorts. Maybe, yeah, this one. Let's check this one. Yeah, pretty good. It's in Nevada. Yes, it is. This is an RV park in Nevada, as you can see. I will just zoom it out for you. So right here. So pretty good, right? Also has the website New Frontier RV Park. Yeah, so as you can see that the data is quite correct. So I guess this is all about I wanted to share about the scraping part. I guess because we already scraped 2 states now, and later on I can scrape like for all the states in US, and maybe I'll also type in like probably scrape 500, as much as you want, scrape as much as you want, but limit it to 500 so that it doesn't go overboard. So what you can do is like go streetwise. Don't try to scrape in bulk. I will talk about scraping scraping a bit more in detail in the later part of this video, because it's a very important point, because there are some technicalities and legalities with concerning to the Google Maps API. Many people ask me if it's really legal or not. So I will be talking about if the legality of it and how is it really okay to scrape the Google Maps API. But I just wanted to give you the basic structure on how you can scrape the data. So we got the data now, Now maybe, when we, upload this CSV file into a database, now whatever the database requires, we will just ask Cursor to, structure our CSV inclined to that database. So I'll also show you in that part. So currently we got like 100 RV parks in California, and we got like around 20-25 probably RV parks in Nevada, and we will use this as our data to build our directory. I know it's not a lot, but I'm just showing you as for an example, right? So we're done with the scraping part, and now we will, prepare the PRD using the ChatGPT for our RV parks directory. So now that we have done with the scraping part for this directory, the next steps would be, to build a directory with Cursor that we outlined in this notes. First, we will build a PRD with ChatGPT. So PRD is basically a document which outlines what the product does, like all with the feature itself. So I gave it a prompt on how you can prepare a directory for my directory idea on our parks in US, and this will be a programmatic SEO directory. It will be free for everyone. So you can put in whatever context you want to add, and just feed the prompt to ChatGPT. So it will create a document which will be like a one-liner thing, objective, which are your target users, the core features, right? So obviously we want state level pages. We might add city level pages later on, and then feature specific pages. Then we will add filters, right? We'll have a data model. We already have this data fields with us and the scraped data that we did with Google Maps API. Then data sourcing we don't need because we already have it. This will be an important one because I have already done a URL scheme. So rvparks.com will be a website, and then /state would be one URL which will be a state level URL, and the SEO title would be like explore 100 plus RV parks in Nevada, rvparks.com. So whenever people search for RV parks in whatever the state we are in, our website pops up. So this is state level URL, and this will be the RV parks detailed page URL, right? And later on when we scrape for the city, we will have city as well. And this particular URL structure would be really good. So PRD will help you understand the entire project overview before building a product. So this is important, and whenever you are building a programmatic SEO directory, you should know what URL structure you would have for your directory. So PRD document outlays it for you, and obviously you can ask ChatGPT to change it, and then use get that PRD and feed it to Cursor as well. So these are the on-page SEO elements. Now tech stack is very important for here. So we'll be using Astro framework for SEO, for building out a directory. And Astro framework is really really good when it comes to programmatic SEO directory, because it's SSG. So basically I will tell you in the later part. So let's just get over with the PRD stuff first, and then we'll talk about the tech stack later on. So backend we will be using Supabase for the database, right? And search filter and hosting we will be talking about later on. Then here are some success metrics, milestones, monetization, and this is all the stuff. So let's talk about Astro framework. So I'll just ask ChatGPT, tell me why Astro framework is good for programmatic SEO directories. So it's basically SSG for SEO. So it's like static site generation, which is like the best way to build or index pages for Google and for your Google crawler, right? So it pre-renders all your pages at build time. So you don't need to understand the technicalities of it, but just know that Astro framework is really good for programmatic SEO directories. and it has lightning fast load times, which Google loves, and it's great for directories. So fast pages, high rankings, and SEO first philosophy. So it doesn't have a React component, so it's really good, right? It can have SEO templates, right? Then all of that stuff. So you can just ask ChatGPT. So even if you didn't knew about Astro Framework, you can just you could have asked ChatGPT to come up with the best tech stack for your programmatic SEO directory, and it would have come up with probably Astro Framework as well. So 0JS by default, so it doesn't bloat your site. Component islands, built-in routing, this is really good, plays nicely. Local data, free and cheap hosting, you can deploy on Cloudflare, Netlify and Vercel, right? Minimal backend costs, so it's really good. So if you go with Next.js, it's often JS heavy, need extra config, and all of that stuff. And this is, for programmatic page generation. So you got the Astro framework page. So whenever in doubt, just ask ChatGPT. So we are done with the PRD. PRD will help you get an overview of the the project that we are building, which is like this programmatic SEO directory for RV paths. Now this will be an important part. So now we have done with the data, we have done with the PRD as well. Now let's build a directory with cursor, right? So what I will do is, like, I will go to cursor, I will open a new project, which will be RV Parks YouTube example, right? And I will open it up. So we have a new project now in cursor, which is completely fresh. Now we will give a detailed prompt on how I want to have the directory to be built with. So please build me a responsive modern directory website with Astro framework. So you have to mention which framework you want to work with Astro framework. And this directory is about RV parks in the States, in US. We will have a home page with state button or cards, which when clicked will take to state level pages, and we will have RV parks detailed page inside the state level. This will be a programmatic SEO directory, right? So you need to mention that, and we already have the data currently. So we'll just will not mention more than this, I guess. Make it nice, relevant to RV parks. I guess that's about it. Let's see what it does. So I have shared a pretty detailed prompt, right? So let's see. The workspace is empty. It understood that my workspace is empty. So it's creating some, a template for me. So we have a template here, package JSON file, readme file, tsconfig file, right? It's installing some dependencies over here. It's quite good. So you don't need to worry about like what's happening over here. Okay, this is a readme file. As you can see, and you can see its dependencies are installed, right? It's installing some Tailwind CSS. It will create a nice looking RV directory from it. So it's creating a directory structure, building components. I'm just clicking yes to every command. It will create a main layout component, right? Around 99 lines of code. Let me create a data type for RV parks. Now this will be interesting. So it will create its own data types, but we already have scraped our data. So we'll get that CSV and probably just ask Cursor to adjust my website according to these data points, right? And then we'll also tell Cursor that I will be using Supabase later on. So that's we have to give Cursor some context about what we are going to do. So it's creating some sample RV park data for us. That's fine, because let it create the front end of the website first, and then we will ask Cursor that I have this data with me, so please remove the sample data and use this data and adjust it as per my script data, right? So we'll use that, and then later on what we will do is ask Cursor to templatize it so we can just connect our Supabase, right? So this is what we will be doing. So it's already creating some layouts, some pages, some styles, right? So just accept it right away. RV park card component. Let me go with the street count data and see how much it is. It's around 55 lines of code. RV park card is around 133 lines of code. It's creating the home page now. So as you can see, I just gave a pretty detailed prompt and it is just creating the entire directory website using Cursor. So the reason I use Cursor is because it gives me a detailed control on what I can do with my directory website. I can do literally anything with Cursor and just prompt it out, right? So it's creating the home page now. That's good. Dynamic state pages. So let's see. It doesn't matter, let it create, and then we will obviously ask it to change if there is a need to change, right? The dynamic state page structure, we have individual RV park detailed pages. This will be an interesting thing. Till it creates, let me just research if we have any RV parks related website with us. RV parks is not there. RV parks directory, is it? There is some directory related to RV parks. It doesn't look good, to be honest. We will see how our directory looks compared to this. It doesn't look that good, but it's ranking at number 1. Let me see what kind of domain authority it has. Until our cursor does all of that stuff, 39 DA. So just to give you some information, like the domain authority. So the lesser the domain authority, the newer the site is, and the more the chances you have to outrank the particular website. So that's the general premise of SEO, right? So people are searching. So it has some directories. We have a lot of directories on RV parks. Right. We just turn this off. By the way, this Chrome extension is Keywords Everywhere Chrome extension. You can use that. Let's see what's happening at cursor. It has done a lot of stuff over here, and I guess we are done. Let me open the file. Let me open the website for you. It is giving some final touches. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let me create a README file to document the project. This is good. By the way, let it create first. I will tell you. So it ran a command called npm run dev, and when you run that command, it will create a local host URL, and when you click on that, it will, okay, I will just skip that. So we have home page, dynamic state page, RV park detail page. Okay, sample states we have, and this is accepted, and follow this. So we have a directory of RV parks. Quite interesting. So, and it's quite good actually. And let's see, I can click on RV parks in California. We have some data over here. You know what I will tell you? Okay, this is looking really good. Does it have, oh, it also has an SEO title. See, RV parks in California. And if does it have properly for other states as well? Yeah, it does. RV parks in Florida. So see, this is why I use the Astro framework. It also does the SEO title and the SEO meta description right away. I just give one prompt, right? And okay, this is one park in Texas, and check out the breadcrumb structure. This is really good for SEO as well. Hill Country RV Resort, Austin, Texas. It's really good. So it is, I guess, doing a lot of stuff. This is pretty good, I would say. This is pretty good. This is a really nice directory. This is a really nice directory, and it has a lot of nice SEO optimizations already done for you. So you just need to plug in the data now, and I guess we're literally done. I guess we are done with almost like around 50 to 60% of our project is already done. Now what is remaining is just we need to connect our data with Supabase, of course, and get our project live with our the script data that we had. This is really good. Of course, we don't have all the data, so see in Nevada it's not there because it's sample data, right? It's sample data, of course. So I guess it has only added only for 2 states. Only her. This is also good. This is pretty good, right? So this is our structure for our directory. So optimizing. So we are done with the building the product directory with cursor. It was done with just one prompt. So see how easy it was, right? And optimizing for programmatic SEO. So that would be, I guess, that I will share with you later on, because we have to plug in our data first and then optimize it as per that data. Because if I optimize this directory now, it will optimize as per this sample data. So we don't want that. We want our script data to be able to connect with this. So obviously, the one of the most easiest way that we can do is like just drag the CSV that we used, that we had in our the script downloaded file, and just drag it and use it locally. But that's not a scalable solution. Obviously, you want a Supabase or a database which will store our script data, and then use that script data and plug it with our directory website. That's the the scalable structure, and that is also I did for my directory website as well. So I guess let's just do that as well, and that would be really perfect, right? So let's just do that now. So now we have to just add the data to Supabase platform. So I will talk about what Supabase is, because we will be storing the data that we scraped into Supabase. So Supabase is a platform where you will store all the scraped data, which will be used as a database. It is called as a Postgres database, right? And you can even use it as an authentication. So if you want to add a sign up process to your directory, or even if you want to gate your directory, you can use Supabase for that. And you can even connect payment processors and use it as a backend. And of course, if you want to add some AI features to your product, like in your directory, you can even use that. But for this video, we'll be just using it as a database, right? So, and with the free account that you have, you can add 2 projects for free, right? So like 2 projects will be free, and you have this kind of like metrics with the free project, right? So I already have a Supabase account, so I will just create a new project called as RBbox, and I will create a new database password from here. And this is a very critical password, so I would recommend you to just copy and save it somewhere in your computer. So I'll create a new project now. So we have already created a new project, as you can see here, and we have all the table editors from here and the database and all sorts of stuff. So I will just give you how you can use our script data to enter the data into the table editor, right? So we will be using cursor to create all these tables, and I will show you how you can connect Supabase and cursor with MCP server, right? So there is a term called as MCP, which will be a connection between Supabase and cursor. So whatever prompts you do on cursor, it will be just reflected back into Supabase. So we will have to connect Supabase and cursor. That also I will be showing you. So now, first of all, what I will do is like I will open up cursor, and this is the cursor project that we added, right? That we did for the directory. So this is I guess this localhost URL is done. Also, we'll start a new localhost URL from here. So this is the localhost URL that we have. So this is the directory, right? And now we have to connect our data. So what I will do is I will create one more window from here, which is the scraped data. And what I will do is like I will copy the CSV data, that is the California data that we scraped, and I will add over here as okay. Just add not here, but just add the root directory California.csv. I will paste it over there. Then I will get the Nevada data from here, and I will create one more file called as CSV. Now paste it over here, right? So we have all this data with us, and I guess we don't need this now. Now what I will tell cursor is check California.csv and Nevada.csv. We will be we will be using this data in our directory. I will be using it in Supabase, right? So before I think doing that, we will have to connect Supabase MCP server. So I will show you how it is done, right? So go to the settings tab, right? The settings tab, and go to MCP tools, right? So I already have some MCP server connected. So what I will do is like first of all I will go here, and there is a term called as access token, right? So access token Supabase, I will search on Google and I will come here, right? Now what I will do is I will create a new token, right? I will name it as RVBox MCP cursor token, and I will generate a token, and I will copy it, and basically I will tell, so I will not give this prompt for now. So what I will tell is please add a new MCP server through MCP.json file, because this is the MCP.json file that we are using for MCP server, and use this as personal access token. So I will just paste it over here and name this as RVBox, right? This is what I will tell cursor. Okay. So it's creating a new MCP.json file. We don't need that actually. So what I will do is like I will stop this and I will reject this. What I will do is like I will just add this chat I was talking about, this MCP, right? So cursor will understand what exactly which I was talking about. I'll accept this, right? And it has added right? Now what we will do is I will accept this, right? I'll accept this and I will close this and I will reload, reload the window. So now you will see a green tick mark. So RVBox is now connected. So this Supabase, the project that we created is now connected with cursor. So now that we are connected with cursor, so this is the Supabase, dashboard. I've already added some data. So I will tell you in a minute how I added it. So this is the data that we added, right? And of course, this was the, the directory that we had. So I'll just, show you how to add it over here. So let me just show you this menu that we have here. So go to the RVBox section, and there's a field called as import data from CSV, and you can just paste your CSV right over here. So I will just open cursor now. So as you can see on the right hand side over here, So I just told Cursor to create a CSV file for me so that I can just copy paste it directly into the Supabase table that we have, right? So it created a Python script for me. So to clean the CSV files that we already have, right? So what it did was it generated the clean CSV file, So this is the clean CSV file, rv underscore parks underscore clean.csv, right? This was the data that we have. So what I did was it automatically created a clean structure. So I tried to copy paste it, but I got this error. So I just copy pasted that error into the Cursor editor, and I just told I got this. So it automatically understood that we have some formatting issue. So it did all of that by itself. So it created another script to match our database schema, and it basically created a importable CSV file, which is the final CSV file, right? Removed the incompatible columns and added correct state ID, right? So it did all of that stuff and it created a CSV file for me, right? And basically this was the CSV file. I copy pasted it and it was right over here. So this is how I was able to add. Now the thing is, we have to connect our front end right over here. So we have to delete this and we have to tell Cursor to to get this thing and connected to the front end. So what I will do is go to run MCP server and check table for RV parks for me. Actually what we can do is we don't need this. So there's a thing called as copy table schema. So I will just maybe I can even copy paste it so it can understand what exactly is happening over here, which columns we have. But I can just tell run MCP server and check RV parks table for me, so that later we can connect our front end accordingly and remove what we already have, so everything is in sync. Let's go step by step, right? So let's see what happens, right? Okay, what I will do is I will do that in a new chat, because this chat might be really big. So there's another trick for you. So create a new chat and just do that. So it's listing my projects, it's listing my tables, right? Now it's checking what is in RV parks table. You can even check this. Okay, so it's currently checking what we already have, so that we need to sync it accordingly. There will be a lot of changes to be done because we already added a dummy data, right? So some things need to be deleted, right? And some things needs to be added. So it got the URL and on key. So we have this. So it told me that we have currently hard-coded data over here, but we already have some TypeScript database, so some things were missing, so we created that. Now it's creating some service functions for us. I'll just accept it. So it's updating the homepage to use the real data from database. That would be interesting now. I just skip that because we already have the server running up. So let's see. So next steps to sync is update the state pages, update detail pages, remove static files. Can you please update home page, state level page, detail page properly as per our database schema, and remove any hard coded data. Till then, let's see what's happening over here. Okay, so we already have this connected, and I guess we don't have the state level pay box. So we'll see, because we already told Cursor to fix that for us. It's currently fixing that. It's updating the park detail page to use the real database data. So I'll let Cursor run everything from the parks prompt, and this is what happened in Cursor. So I didn't do that recording for you because it was quite a bit. So it did all of that stuff, right? It deleted the old hard-coded data. Then it did this, then it did all of that stuff, updated all the pages like state detail pages and park detail pages. And then I checked, but I got some error. So I just, got a screenshot and told Cursor that this is what I got on the parks detail page. Then it did this, all of this stuff. And I got the error again. Then it checked what exactly happened, and basically it just reworked the entire page. Now what we see here is, this is the California 100 RV parks page, and as you can see, we have around 100 RV parks over here, and we also have the detailed pages, right? So these are some detailed pages for each and every RV park in California. And yeah, so it also has a proper meta description and title, and it also has RV parks in California. We can of course optimize that for sure. And let's see for Nevada. So we have this for Nevada. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the state correctly. We have this. Now we have connected all the RV parks, whatever we scraped, with the front end. Now what we can do is, like, we just can optimize for programmatic SEO. So what we can do is, like, probably we can optimize this for state level pages. And what we can suggest here is, can you optimize title and meta description properly for state level pages, state level page for SEO purpose. So we can just tell that to cursor to optimize meta title in the meta description, for the state level pages. So maybe, this can be really optimized in detail. And of course, this can be expanded a bit more, right? So let's see what happens over here. This is quite good because of the Astro framework. We can do all of that stuff, right? Let's see if it did that. See, 100 best RV parks in California, full hookups and review. Find top rated RV parks and campgrounds in California. So we have all of that. And did it also check? Let's check for Nevada as well. Yep, we have this as well. So let's optimize more. Doing all sorts of stuff for us. We just accept it. Update the state to pass more comprehensive SEO data. That's fine. And just accept this as well. So it is adding structured data. So we didn't ask that, but it's also adding the structured data for better SEO. So what happens is, like, if there are any reviews in our RV parks and we have structured data, that reviews is also showcased in search results. So that's pretty good. So this is one of the reasons why I like using tools like Cursor, is because we can optimize a lot more. We cannot do that much in with the third party tools. Of course, they are pretty good in their own way, but with tools like Cursor or Bolt or Lovable, we can do a lot of customizations and we have a lot of freedom to do whatever we want to do, right? So this is one of the things. So we can do a lot of stuff. So this is what I like about using Cursor and using any tool that has a lot of freedom. So when the chat expands, Cursor tries to summarize the chat context for itself so that it doesn't lose the context and it starts again, right? So this is how Cursor works. This is pretty good. So it has done a lot of stuff over here. It has added meta tags, canonical URL, open graph tags, structured data, and lots of stuff. Let's see each one. So we have this. For state level pages, we have this. We have self-referencing canonical URL. This is also pretty good. And let's see any detailed page as well. This is also pretty good, right? And let's see for Nevada as well. By the way, the Chrome extension I'm using is detailed Chrome extension. Detailed Chrome extension. So you can get this over here, right? And this is for Nevada. It's pretty good. Yep. Now what I want to do is another SEO change. Here is the link structure, right? I think the link structure is not that good. So what I will do is I will tell Cursor I want to change the link slugs. Instead of this, I want this. So I want just probably California state level name here, and for detailed RV park page, instead of this. So instead of this, we can have like this. I guess I don't even like the 62. Maybe 62 is a ID, but we can change that later. So let's see. So we are adding a proper URL slug structure as well, right? Cleaner, more SEO friendly URL structure. So we are currently optimizing our project for programmatic SEO. We will also check for, sitemap file. Let me see if it has already created for us. If we don't have a sitemap file, but we will do that too. So that's a very important point of programmatic SEO as well. State name. We need to have a state name over here instead of, just like that. Let's see. I hope it doesn't break the entire project, because we are doing a lot of complex stuff over here with the URL structure. Anyway, if it does break, we can even tell Cursor to make it really simple for us. So it doesn't matter. So this is what wipe coding is all about, right? It will break stuff, but it will also, you need to talk a bit with Cursor to and fro and just fix those errors for us. So it's creating a new state page with the updated URL structure. This is pretty good. Let's see how it goes. I'm worried it breaks the entire app for us, because this is too much code. But let's see. Let's see how it goes. So it's creating a detailed park page as well. So this is a detailed park page with a nested structure. So we asked for state level and RV detailed park page to change, right? So this was the earlier one, which had around 259 lines of code. But this one would be even more better with the updated URL structure. Well, let's see. I don't want to check this right now. Yeah, this code is pretty big. 276 lines of code. Okay, now it's updating the homepage to use the new URL structure. Okay. Okay. So the state slug is here. So this is what we wanted, right? The state slug. We don't want the state and state code structure. We did wanted this only. So what we did is, let's just recap while Cursor does its stuff. So we connected the Supabase structure, Supabase database with the front end. We, told Cursor to create a CSV file, which can be just copy pasted inside Cursor from here, right? And then I just copy pasted it. And whatever error you get, you can just tell Cursor to update my Cursor CSV file for me. Then what we did, then it was able to just create a front end structure. So you have to prompt like this, so that it creates a front end structure as per the data you provide, right? So just tell that to cursor. Then we have to optimize our programmatic SEO, website, this directory that we created, and it's deleting the old directory structure files. Okay, I'm not sure, but let's see how it goes. I hope it doesn't delete any important stuff. So this is where GitHub, we have to also connect to GitHub because it doesn't mess with the live, project. But we currently don't have any GitHub integration right now. Okay, let's see if it has really did it. Okay, this is interesting. So what I will do is I'll just copy this and I will tell cursor I got this on state level page. So let's see if it is able to do that. So I ran this prompt and we got another error, and then I resubmitted that again, and cursor was able to fix the error. So we have California state level page properly now in the terms of like URL slug. The SEO structure is quite good. The detailed page is also quite good now, right? What you can do is like also do one more small SEO optimization is like add this RV park title in front of this, so that would be pretty good as well later on. So I think we are done with the front end level SEO optimizations. One more last SEO optimization that we are missing is the sitemap file, right? So what I can do is like, please create a sitemap file for SEO purpose so that each URL is here, and then I can submit on console. So this is one optimization that we missed about creating a sitemap file, right, for SEO purposes. I guess that's about it. We have a about section as well. We have a contact section. I think contact section is not here. I guess we are done with almost all the SEO optimizations. What I can do is, first of all, let me check what site. Let's just finish with the sitemap thing. And so it's a dynamic sitemap. So whenever you add more data, the new URLs that will be generated it will be automatically added to the sitemap.xml file. So that's a pretty interesting thing, right? And robots.txt file, which is also important. Okay, did it add? Yeah, we do have. So whenever we create a new domain, so we just have to tell cursor to, let's suppose if it is rvparks.com, so we have to just tell cursor to update it. So yeah, you just have to tell cursor to replace this domain, and whatever changes you want to do with the sitemap file, you can just ask cursor. So that's about it for the sitemap file. We have already created that. So now some more programmatic SEO optimizations that you can do. It is internal linking between the two RV parks. So the goal is like we need the Google bot crawler to crawl all our RV parks pages, right? So what you can do is like, if when you go and click on any RV park, you can add 2 more RV parks over here which are related to this. So you can just ask cursor to add random RV parks in those particular states, and so that it's interlinked to each other. It's a very tight based internal linking structure that you can optimize for your directory. So that's a really good one to add internal linking based on page optimization for your programmatic SEO. And of course you have that, so you can do that for every RV detailed page, right? Of course then you need to submit to Search Console. That's the most easiest part. Next would be where there will be a lot of states in US, or maybe if you want to do it for another countries as well. So you don't have to do it in a bulk manner. Just add the state level RV parks in batches. So maybe add like two states first. Maybe that could add like around 100-200 URLs. So maybe in the next 2 days you will add 200 more. Maybe in the next two more days you will add 500 more. So you don't have to publish in bulk. Like don't just publish like around 5,000 or 6,000 URLs in bulk. That would maybe count as spam. Just publish it in a batched manner. So that's one tip I would suggest to you. And by the way, this works on each and every product idea that you want to do with the programmatic SEO. Is not just about RV parks in general. You can use that tip in general. Now the goal is you can even add more content to each state level RV park page, right? So if I'm talking about RV parks in California, you can just ask ChatGPT to create a big paragraph about RV parks in California, and ChatGPT will come up with some relevant text that you can add on the state level RV park page. And by the way, we have 100 RV parks over here. You can add more pagination. So maybe you can add show 9 RV parks per page, and that you will have more paginated pages, right? So when that is there, so you don't have to like scroll down so much. So yeah, I was talking about adding more content to the each state level pages. So you can add that will be a static content. It will not be programmatic, but you just have to make the state level page content heavy. So and another thing is like you can even add FAQ section for that as well. So the thing, this is why the reason I am telling you this is we need to make the page more content heavy so that it is not thin. Google doesn't like thin pages. Thin pages are basically pages with less content. So the goal is to make more content and text heavy and more unique. Maybe you can later on, to take it to the next level, you can even add more content over here. So you need to be more smart on how you can add more content over here. Maybe you can take the address and relate it to the RV parks, and then maybe you can add some content related to that on the park detail page as well. So the goal is to make it more content heavy so that the page is not thin, right? So I guess we are done with the programmatic SEO thing. So I have shared a lot of stuff with you regarding this, and I've also we ideated, we scraped all the data, we prepared the PRD, we built the directory with cursor, we optimized the programmatic SEO, we also plugged the data to Supabase, right? So we have done almost everything. We have also got the project live locally, and now if you want to take this project live, so that would be the next steps for you. It would be like purchasing a domain. Now there are two ways that you can host. It can be using Cloudflare Pages, or you can host it on Netlify, right? So Cloudflare Pages is again free, and Netlify is also free. So I'm not going to share a tutorial on how to host your project on Cloudflare. It's pretty easy. I'll just give you an overview. So once you're done with the cursor thing, what you can do is basically connect your project with GitHub, And once you have the GitHub repository, you can use that GitHub repository and just take it further with Cloudflare Pages and Netlify. And if you have any doubts, you can just ask ChatGPT on what to do or how to proceed with it. It's pretty easy, and you can find a lot of tutorials on YouTube as well. So maybe I will do it in the next video. And of course, the next steps would be to connecting on Search Console, right? Regarding monetization framework, there are a lot of stuff that you can do. First of all, when you are doing a programmatic SEO directory, we are expecting to get a lot of traffic, right? And once you start getting good traffic, you can optimize it via paid ads, that is the display ads. There are a couple of media advertising networks that you can sign up on. That would be Ezoic, then MediaVine, then MediaVine Journey. So these are some of the platforms, and there might be some more advertising networks. Of course, AdSense is the most popular ones, and you can do that. So advertising, paid display ads is one monetization framework. And another thing that you can do, and I will talk with respect to this project. So once you start getting some traffic, you can even sponsor some products related to RV parks, right? So there can be products or services related to RV parks that you can sponsor over here. So you have to reach out to those companies which can sponsor your project, which can sponsor the you can advertise their products basically. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will just do this prompt. I have an RV parks directory. What can I do to make revenue via sponsorship or ads? Which products or services I can promote so I can reach out to companies, right? So I'll just do that, so you'll get an idea, right? So if you're doing an RV parks directory, you can do a direct sponsorship packages. RV gear companies, right? So campground chains, tourism board, travel insurance, and all of that stuff. Then RV rental platforms, camping gears, RV accessories, solar panels. So all of this stuff, right? So RV rental, reach out to these companies. So once you get traffic, you can reach out and do a lot of stuff, get fun sponsorships, and you can do a lot of stuff. So this is about monetization framework. And by the way, you can also get good information from the product that I shared with you about DirectoryIdeas.ai. So coming back to this, I will highly recommend you to, if you are into directory building business, so you can start a 7-day free trial on DirectoryIdeas.ai. This is a project that I built myself to get some unique directory ideas along with a lot of insights on each idea as well as the directory niche, right? So as you can see, there are a lot of insights that I share on each idea. So it's all related to the directory idea that is being produced by the tool, right? And it depends on what niche that you input. So if your niche is RV parks, you will get a lot of stuff or ideas related to RV parks, and of course on niche level insights as well. So you get all of this stuff, and I am already improving this product a lot. So you can even find trending directories by niche, real-time trending topics, and generate directory ideas as per that niche, right? So start a 7-day free trial and check it out and see how it goes for you. And it's $99 here. I think it's pretty affordable, and I will be adding a lot of stuff to this product so that it's really helpful as a directory owner, or as an entrepreneur who builds a directory business. So yeah. So, and another one is like, if you want to learn how to build a directory product entirely with no code and AI, I have a video course called as rapcourse.com. So I share each and every detail in this course, which is like how you can turn your research into valuable products, What is the difference between the SaaS and the RAP model? RAP is nothing but a research as a product model. What are directory products? Why they're great to sell? Examples. How to identify profitable research opportunities. How to start with no code and AI. And there are like multiple tools that I have used in this course, like Spread Simple, Unicorn Platform, and there are a lot of tools that I've used in no code as well as AI as well, like this. And how to collect the data, monetization products, models for directory products, and marketing, on how you can market your product, and how you can start a directory with bold.new and lovable.dv. I've also added that, so you can check this video course out. And this is called as rapcourse.com. And one more relevant product I would say, this is a directory that I have built, DirectoryIdeas.ai. So this is a directory where you can get some high profit product ideas that you can sell for lifetime. So if you want to get some product ideas that you can sell for a one-time price, which is called as a LTD, lifetime deal, so that is this product, right? You will get a ton of ideas, 3000 plus ideas across 40 plus categories. It's called as LTDideas.com. I built this directory on Lovable, so you might want to check that out as well. It's pretty good, I would say. So I guess this is all about about programmatic SEO directory. We learned a lot in this YouTube video that I did for you. Let me know what if any topics that I have missed, so I can probably do a different video on that particular topic. And if you have any queries, you can just let me know in the comments. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe, because I will be adding a lot of tutorials and stuff related to directories and marketing in general as well. And if you are new to this vibe coding or building apps, and if you don't have any technical knowledge, that's fine, because I don't have as well. So I have started building a lot of tools. I will be publishing a lot of tutorials on how you can build this micro apps like directories and all of this stuff, and make money online as well. So I hope you got really good information from this. I want you to share this video, because I know this is a very long video, and I think this will be very helpful for those who wants to start a directory with from scratch. So this can be a really helpful tutorial for each of them who want to really get started into the directory business. And this is not a simple one, that is because of the programmatic thing. I know I can do a tutorial on a very basic directory. I will probably do that on a later video, like how to build a very basic directory. But this is like a programmatic SEO directory, and this is really helpful because it gets you the organic traffic. So yeah, that's it from my side, and see you in the next one. Thank you.